20 overlooked movies made by famous directors. This is from tasteofcinema.com. Number 20, we'll go through these quick. Number 20, Following by Christopher Nolan. Is that a good movie? I've never seen that. I guess I overlooked that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's good. It's good. It's like a first movie, like a calling card.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, David Lynch. I agree with that, but I don't think it's so much overlooked today as it was when it first came out.
I don't know, though. I think in the pantheon, unless you're a David Lynch, I mean, outside of hardcore David Lynch fans, I don't think that a lot of people have watched that movie.
And outside of hardcore David Lynch fans, I don't know a lot of people that like that movie.
And by the way, I mean, why would you watch that movie if you hadn't watched Twin Peaks? So, of course, you would have to be a hardcore David Lynch fan to like that movie. So, in a way, you're right.
Number 18, Spider by David Cronenberg.
Absolutely, no question about it.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I think that's definitely one of his biggest like under the radar movies.
Yeah.
Like complete genius, like utterly Cronenberg, and a great lead performance by Ralph Fiennes.
One of his best. One of his best performances
anything you've ever seen in movies ever, I would say.
Number 17, again, I'm not sure how unseen this is, but maybe it is in this culture. Duel by Steven Spielberg.
Really?
Yeah, is that? I guess it is kind of unseen. I mean, because it's a TV movie, it's a '70s thing. You know, it's something that Spielberg fans would, like Spielberg fans who are like 17 right now or whatever, might have to like go back and take a look at. So yeah, maybe.
I rewatched that. That was on cable a couple of weeks ago, and I rewatched it. And I was like, God, the man was extremely good right out of the gate. I mean, he just knew what the hell he was doing. Number 16. Salvador by Oliver Stone.
I think that's his best film. His best film, actually. So
I agree. I think that's his most like emotionally resonant movie. But I do like Natural Born Killers too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Number 15, and actually I completely agree with this choice. A Simple Plan by Sam Raimi.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Love that movie.
That is a movie that you can watch over and over again, too. Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I mean, like, even though if you're watching, or when I watch it over again, and I don't know, I never expected to go and take a look at it as many times as I've watched it.
A great Billy Bob performance, too. Like a really great, empathetic performance from him. Number 14.
But Bridget Fonda is great in it, and so is Paxton, everybody.
Number 14, The Addiction by Abel Ferrara.
I actually think that's one of his best movies, Yeah. I think that's one of his best and one of his really tightest movies.
Number 13, this is interesting, from 1990, Tobe Hooper's Spontaneous Combustion.
Now that is really overlooked because I haven't seen. I haven't seen that.
I thought it's like a Dennis family's life story, but definitely.
Well, that's our homework assignment. We all got to check that out this week. Number 12.
What is it? What's it called? Spontaneous Combustion?
Yes. 1990.
Is that the one with who's in it?
Brad Dourif.
Okay.
That's really all you need. I mean,
Yeah.
This one I've been wanting desperately to see again, and it's really difficult to find. Until the End of the World by Wim Wenders.
That's a good movie.
I still haven't seen that movie yet either, and I would like to watch that. But that's one that they should definitely release.
Yeah, I think it's Warner Brothers. It's got now. I know the soundtrack intimately. It's one of the best soundtracks.
I wonder if that's one of the reasons that it's not being released. Is because maybe they have to pay some money for the soundtrack that maybe they're not prepared to do. Or something.
They released it on Warner Brother Records. I don't see why they don't own it. But number 11 is Rumblefish by Coppola.
Okay.
I agree with that too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Okay.
Good list so far, guys. Wow.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like Rumblefish has its problems, but it has a great cast. It's photographed like unbelievable photography, and probably my third favorite film score of all time by Stuart Copeland. Like just unbelievable score. So
number 10, Richard Linklater's Tape from 2001.
That's an interesting choice. That's no doubt.
That's an idiosyncratic choice. That's a movie that when I saw it, I didn't really respond to, but maybe I need to go back and take a look at it again.
You know what movie I put on this list? It's because of a great Deborah Winger performance, and it's just a weird movie. Is Everybody Wins? Deborah Winger and Nick Nolte. That movie flew under the damn radar, but that's a fascinating movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's an interesting choice.
Number 9 from them is Seconds by John Frankenheimer.
Yeah, that's kind of entered into like the cult classic kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's overlooked.
I don't think so. I don't think that's overlooked.
Number 8 would be on my list as well. Fearless by Peter Weir.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Number 7, which Jeff Bridges is never better. Like that is the Mountain Bridges performance for me is Fearless.
Yeah,
and beautifully directed all the way through, and a very complex script.
Number 7, Catherine Bigelow's Strange Days. Like that's on a lot of these kinds of lists.
I agree.
Oh, I love that movie. I mean,
really
fine. I do love that movie. Now, I haven't revisited it since it first came out, so I could go back and watch it and say, But it seemed very relevant at the time it came out, though. I will give it that. It was ahead of it was on the pulse, ironically, and I don't think it meant to be, but it came out the weekend after the O.J. verdict, and it was for that time, even though it was a dud. It was right on the pulse of everything.
I remember liking certain aspects of it, but then other aspects of it just sort of fell away, and I thought that they weren't.
I could see that. Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I could imagine making love to someone, I wouldn't be Juliette Lewis. I'm sorry. It wasn't on the pulse of that for me. Number 6, a movie from 1998 by Kim Ji-woon called The Quiet Family.
That's
definitely under the radar.
It's the inspiration for the Miki film. It's the Korean film. What is it? The Happiness of the. You know which one I'm talking about? The movie about the crazy family, the Takeshi Miki film, The Happiness of the Takeshi. That's a remake of The Quiet Family.
Oh, okay.
The Happy, yeah.
What's the name of that film?
What's the name of the
original? Happiness of the Takakak, the original or the remake?
The original.
Oh, The Quiet Family.
No, but I meant the remake. Sorry, I'm confused.
The Happiness of the Takakak, I can't pronounce it. The Japanese, The Happiness of the Takakakas or something.
Okay.
It's a famous Mickey film.
Katakuns. Whatever. You'll find it. Number 5. 1979, John Huston, Wise Blood.
Oh, that's a great movie. I have the criterion of that. That's entered into the lexicon, though. I don't think
I think so too. I mean, I think once Criterion has picked up the movie, then it's been.
It's kind of mainstream at this point.
Number 4, a movie I really like, Sidney Lumet's Running on Empty.
That's a great movie.
I love that film.
I wouldn't put that on that list, but okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily put it on the list either, but I do love the movie,
it's a great movie. Yeah.
Number 3, 1978, John Carpenter movie, Someone's Watching Me.
I could see that on there. Yeah.
That's the TV. Is that the TV movie with Lauren Hutton?
Yes.
I don't know.
That deserves to be on there. That should be on there. Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time. So
it came out the same year as Halloween. So how's anybody going to pay attention to any other John Carpenter movie? Number 2. Well, this has been remedied, I think. Sorcerer by William Friedkin. But
yeah. I mean, it's on its way, but I still don't think a lot of people know about that movie, and enough people know and talk about that movie as they should. So
they're number 1.
They're
number 1. Martin Scorsese's After Hours.
Anything done by Martin Scorsese is already entered into the.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was even a popular movie, even though it wasn't a popular movie by the end of the 80s.
Hell, it won Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival that year.
I mean that's an odd choice.
So, I mean, Yeah, I would, if I was gonna, and I don't have any movies to put on this list, although maybe I'll make one and make a list and give it to you next week. But if I were going to make a list of the 20 overlooked movies, that would not be on it. Although I thought that it was I thought it was maybe the first or second greatest movie of that year. So.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with all that.
How about Sidney Lumet's Failsafe?
I would.
You know what? I would go with Prince of the City.
Nights of Falls on Manhattan. Actually, I would go with.
I would go with Prince of the City because I think Prince of the City is a movie. By the way, in that documentary, in that Ebert documentary, there's that shot of Pauline Kael talking about Prince of the City, saying,
yes,
"Oh my God, what a mess! It's confusion on film or whatever." And I was like, "What? How could you?" I mean, there's a lot of characters in Prince of the City, but I wasn't confused by it.
Didn't Sidney Lumet direct Turk 182? Didn't he direct that? Okay.
No, that was Bob Clark. That was the director of Porky's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not a movie to lose your head over. Was he the one that got decapitated, or was that Alan Pakula? Which one got decapitated?
Pakula was the one that got decapitated. But they both died in car wrecks.
Yeah, but Pakula, though, what we were deprived of, that's a loss, guys. I don't care. That's, if you think about what would have happened in the 21st century with him behind the camera, oh my God.
Yeah, but I don't know. Here's where I would disagree, because he was already reaching his 70s, and most directors, when they reach their 70s, unless their last name is Scorsese, don't really.
I was going to say, unless your last name is Scorsese or Ridley Scott.
But what's interesting is there's a Pakula movie that's in life itself too. I think. Aren't they arguing about consenting adults, or is that just a clip I saw on my own?
I think it might have been a clip on your.
That's a clip on your own.
That's an interesting movie, Consenting Adults, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't think, I'm not sure that Pakula would have, I just don't think those 70s guys, I just don't think those 70s guys could adapt to the movie culture. Or the
but I think he would have made something about Iraq, though. I think he would have made something about the way that this country was duped in the war. I really do believe that
his brand of movie that he cut his teeth on and really made his name on, the political conspiracy thriller. That would fit right in during this time. I mean, this would be a really fertile time for him.
I think he would have really. I think he would have made something that would have dwarfed anything that did come of the few films that did come out on the topic. I think his would have been front and center, because I want to believe, though, because I think Scorsese made Wolf of Wall Street in one sense as a way to say, fuck you, Tarantino, I can still make a movie in my 70s that will eat anything that you'll make in your 70s.
All of us that didn't like Zero Dark 30, Pakula would have made it the movie that we wanted to see.
That's exactly right. I agree with that.
That's true.